So today I intend to talk more about the meaning of sacrifice. What is sacrifice? Why are human beings so involved in sacrificial offerings? Sacrifice in life on this earth is what humans get involved in. You see, in all cultures, sacrifices are practiced. There is no culture, no human culture that does not involve sacrifice. So what is sacrifice? Sacrifice is the act of giving what is dear to you, something that means a lot, something that costs you a lot. Sacrifice is a gift or an offering. And this offering is not just any type of offering or any type of gift. That offering or gift must cost you something. It must be valuable for you to give it away. But because of the value attached to this offering or gift, it is called sacrifice. So how do we now interpret what sacrifice is? Sacrifice is an act of giving an offering or gift that costs you a lot in return for something greater. I'm going to be talking about giving or gifts in another video, because that's going to be an entire topic that will be full of great information and understanding. Life is about giving and receiving, good and evil. But when either of these loses its balance, then it becomes injustice. When good is above evil, can we then call that injustice? But when evil is above good, then it becomes injustice. Why? Because evil connotes destruction and harm. So there must be that which brings a good balance to life. We don't want good nor evil to be on equal level. It's a whole great mystery to life, living, and the essence of life, really. It's beyond religion. The closest to it is spirituality. So in this life, there are different energies. There's positive energies and there's negative energy. What energy you represent matters, because it contributes to the forces that guides the universe. In the universe, you've got both energies. And so this is where sacrifice comes in. One could also look at sacrifice in being a form of an exchange that costs you a lot. The value of what you are exchanging determines the costs you're ready to offer. Almost like trade by barter. When you want to get something, the way it functions currently is that you need a form of an exchange. The type of form of exchange that we are currently using is money. So, for example, if I need a TV, I need money in exchange for the TV. If I need to buy a property, I need money as an exchange. Depending on the value of the property or the TV will determine the cost that I'm ready to give. For each of these exemplary items that I'm giving, the location, who it previously belonged to, the cost of producing that item will determine the cost that I'm willing to give for each of these items. In the ancient times, how these sacrifices were performed was in form of offering of animals, in some cases jewelries or earthly resources, sacrificing these things in order to attain something greater than what has been sacrificed. even in our daily activities. For example, a parent wanting to raise their children appropriately to their own satisfaction entails that parent sacrificing something of worth, something of value, in order to be able to take care of their children. I'll make it much simpler. For instance, a parent who has to work 6 to 7 days a week in order to provide for the children. That's sacrificing their time, their energy, and of course their life to making sure that they have the affordability to be able to take care of not just themselves, but as well their children, and in some instances the entire family. So sacrifice comes in different forms, not just in the offering of animals or humans. And in the current dispensation, we still have all manner of sacrifices going on. These sacrifices could be in terms of capitalism, child labor, colonization, enslavement, sexual trafficking, to name but a few. We are talking about sacrifice. We are talking about giving something that cost one so much in order to get something greater. So sacrifice could be in form of good or in form of evil. When I gave an example of a parent sacrificing their time, their energy, their efforts, their life to work so hard in order to provide for their children, that can be termed as a good sacrifice. And then when we're talking about the evil type of sacrifice, is when a human being sacrifices another human being for selfish reasons to get something of a greater value. This can be termed as diabolic and evil. What this person is not considering is that a human being's life has been lost. So we can look at this sacrifice in different ways. But when it comes to sacrificing another human being's life for a selfish reason, which is usually in the area of gaining wealth or riches by capitalism, colonization, hard labor, labor without pay or menial payment in return, and in so many other, different forms, unjust forms that we currently have going on here on earth. So as we come to understand the meaning of sacrifice in our different cultures, whether in performing rituals or in our daily lives, what type of sacrifice are you involved in? Are you involved in sacrificing someone else's life in order to save yours? Or you are involved in sacrificing someone else's comfort to make yours much comfortable or for greater gain? Are you involved in sacrificing someone else's spiritual well-being for your own selfish gain? Or you are involved in sacrificing your comfort for someone else's comfort, well-being, and progress? I'll be talking more on this in my next video, the human sacrifice. Thank you very much for watching and listening. See you in the next video. All right, take care. Bye.